Okay, so these beans now have been cooking for a couple of minutes. They've started cooking, I should say. The water now, the liquid level is quite low, but as we add the fish, because this fish was frozen, we're going to see that some more water come in, which will give us an extra liquid. So the other thing you can do, you could break this, really to cut it with a knife and cut this into smaller pieces. But the fish will break up as it cooks anyway. So we just want to just coat this and get that liquid. There it is there. And we've got the extra liquid from the fish, but also, of course, we've got our coconut milk. And I'm going to use the whole can. So now, we have a dish which we're going to just bring up to the boil and simmer it again for about 5 to 6 minutes till the fish is cooked, by which times the beans will have cooked, but probably still be a little bit crunchy, so they won't go to mush. And there's your fish curry. Okay, so look at the pot now. It's the final stage of the curry where we turn the heat right up. The idea now is just to evaporate or reduce that sauce down so it's a little bit thicker consistency. You can see the fish starting to break up, so it's well on its way to being cooked. And that's it. We don't want too much liquid, but we don't want it too dry, so we just want to... Now, if you feel the fish is going to overcook, take it out, which is what I'm going to do right now, because I don't want this fish to overcook, so I'm going to grab a plate. And again, it's very difficult to understand or to gauge how much liquid is going to come out of this fish. You can see that's already breaking up, so that's cooked. And what I'm going to do now is just take out the pieces. Now if some are broken up and they're broken up, they'll stay in there. But I don't want this fish to just dry out. So I'm going to just take that out and reduce this. Put that liquid back in. And then we'll take a few minutes, so this is not going to be too long a process. Now I still haven't put any salt in there, so now's a good time to check. These old-fashioned chefs who use their fingers, which I like to do, but food hygiene says otherwise these days. Now, that needs a load of salt for me. So I'm just going to start with a nice pinch. Let it cook for a minute and then do some more. And now it's all about, see, that still tastes fairly watery, it's not reduced enough, so what I could have done, and that's obviously the water that's come out of the fish. Okay, if we just look at this sauce now, vastly different from a few minutes ago in that it's now starting to thicken up, and that's about where we want it. So again, we're going to just check for the seasoning, and that's about right. So we take the fish that we took out to stop it from completely overcooking, put it back in. At this stage it doesn't matter, let it break up, but we'll just carry on that reduction for about another couple of minutes because there's a little bit of water left on the plate, and that's ready to go. So again, what you've got to be very careful with the fish, and it's that great British chef, I have to quote him because to me he's the best chef in the world, is Marco Pierre White, who says when you're cooking fish, 10 seconds is a lifetime. And he's absolutely right. In fact, here it would have been the death of it, because if the fish is dried out and it's gone, then you're finished. That's why, for me, it's a very hard dish to cook, or fish is hard to cook, I should say. But that curry now, if you look at it, you see the sauce is a lot thicker. And I shall invite young Peter over here, come over here and taste the sauce for me. Because our cameraman, he'll drop the camera in it, we don't want that.
Well, that's good. That's really good.
He has to say that, of course.
No, I love curry.
If he doesn't, we have other things. But I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah.
Okay, great.